How's it going, guys? Neil JT back for another video. It's been a long time. I had a lot of stuff happen in my life, so took a little bit of time off from YouTube. I think about 2 months now. As you know, I'm a contractor in the state of Florida, and I decided to go a different route, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this channel, and that's to chase your passion, your purpose, what you truly believe you are meant to do in this life. And so with me, I've done so many different things. I used to be a competitive bodybuilder. I built homes. I was a snowboarder. Like I've done everything. And you know, if you're gonna do something and it's gonna be a daily routine for you, you go to your job 9 to 5, 8-hour days. You know, you have to love what you're doing. You have to. And at this point, I'm 35 years old, and my body hurts. Like it hurts from building homes and constantly working on my knees, and you know, it really takes a toll on your body, and you don't realize it until you get into your 30s, at least for me. But I also played football and lacrosse as a kid, so I had so many injuries, and I'm starting to feel everything now. And especially when I'm working, like the other day I was tiling a shower, and it was brutal. Like one day of that, and I felt like I needed a week off. But I've always been intrigued with making passive income. And I think back in 2019, I created a cookbook called Classic Shred, and you can buy it on Amazon. And my mentor had taught me how to make passive income, and I took a course. I flew all the way to Texas to meet him, all this stuff. And so I put out this cookbook, and I lost my house at the time. My girlfriend and I split up, and we had bought a house together and had a dog. And so that kind of threw into the mix of me trying to do the passive income, and I kind of just like forgot about it, just sold the cookbook on Amazon and let it go. And so now what I'm seeing is more and more people on KDP, which is called Kindle Direct Publishing. That's how you publish books on Amazon. And it's so easy, guys. It's so easy. And so what I'm going to do for the next year, for 1 year, 2024, obviously it's not 2024 yet, but I'm going to give myself 1 full year to make $500,000 passive income. I was going to do $1 million, but I think I'd be really having to push hard, like 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, just constantly doing that. And I really don't want to be doing it all the time. So I'm making a goal of $500,000 in 1 year, publishing books. I already have three published. I have a self-help manifestation journal. I actually just made it last week, so it's just going out onto Amazon, and those will be the first sales I get. But I'm going to teach you guys through the whole process. I'm going to show you everything I'm doing, how freaking easy it is to make books. Like, to call yourself an author is like the easiest thing now. You can write 10 pages and you are an author. Put it up on Amazon, you're an author. So I have a lot of extensive research with passive income and starting businesses. I also owned a company called Digital Ghost Media, where I taught personal trainers how to build their online business during the pandemic, and how to get high-paying clients, how to build their website, how to do marketing. So I have a big familiarity with all this kind of stuff. I guess my weak point would be advertising. Like I know how to do it, but there's so many little nuances and things that go into it, and I really have to, you know, start researching more on how the advertisements work. But through this journey, I'm going to try and upload a video every single day about what I'm doing, the things I learned, the things that don't help me, the things that do help me. And I've probably already watched 100 videos on this, and every single person is like, you need to get a mentor, pay $2,000 for the course. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it on my own so that I can show you guys that you can do it on your own too. So I think for this to be a success, I would say $250,000 to $500,000, that would be a success. My goal is 500, but I think even at that would be an incredible goal, because again, this is passive income, guys. Once these books are out, it's not like you don't have to do anything. You think J.K. Rowling, who did the Harry Potter books, is doing anything? No, she's spending time with her kids. She released those books. Soon as that book's out there and the world catches on to it, it's just money, and it grows exponentially. It's the same thing when you buy something on Amazon, right? You don't buy something with 4 reviews, right? You always look, okay, does this have 4 stars, that's like the usual, it has to have 4 stars or higher. Oh, this one has 50 reviews, this one has 800 reviews. You're picking the one with 800 reviews, right? So sales organically are gonna produce more over time. So as you release your books in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, when you go from 50 reviews to 3,000 reviews, you're gonna be getting a paycheck from Amazon forever. Because what you have to understand with back-end work and front-end work, the back-end work is done. But with books, it's great because it's a product, you know, and you put it out there and now it's going to gain traction, momentum, and like a snowball effect, it's just going to keep going up and up and up and get a paycheck from Amazon for the rest of your life. And I know tons of people that are doing this just part-time, $2,000, $3,000 a month. My goal though, like I said, I want to be trying to get $30,000 a month, 30 to 50. And it's really not that difficult. From all my research, I would say there's some people, I saw a guy the other day that has 3 books and he's making 30 grand a month. That's rare because those have to be really good books, or he had a ton of money that he threw into advertising to get the ball rolling fast, so then organic growth would happen. So there are 2 ways to do it. You can either have like a following on social media, or you have a lot of people that know about it, so you send the book out and you get the reviews building right out of the gate. So the algorithm on Amazon is now seeing that your book is selling. So if you've got 100 people that want to buy your book already and they buy it in the first week, Amazon is going to see that on the algorithm. Then they're going to put you higher up in the search bar and on the first page. So then you're going to organically get more sales. But say you don't have anyone, right? You might get put on page 20. And as you know, when you're searching for something, you're not scrolling through any pages, maybe not even page 2. Half the time, more than half the time that I buy something, it's like on page 1. You're not scrolling to page 20, right? So the only way, if you get put on page 20 and you don't have people that are going to give you reviews right away, you have to put the money into advertising. So the second methodology is you put a shit ton of money into the advertising and you don't make any profit for maybe the first month, second month, third month, but your sponsored post is that first one on that first page of Amazon, so you start getting sales. As you start getting sales, you get more reviews, and then you look at your numbers and you start seeing that they're growing. Then you pull back from the advertising, and then the organic traffic, because now you have the sales organically, is going to keep you on that first page. So that's like, there's 2 ways to do it. I'm going to be doing it not that way. I'm trying to do this with no money. I want to show you guys with like no money, barely anything, maybe $150 a month for advertising. I think that's going to be my cap. So I'm not going to go crazy with it or anything. I'm not going to put thousands of dollars. I saw a guy the other day that he did $160,000 in a year, and he paid $50,000 for advertising. So he made $100,000 profit, but still $50,000 for advertising. You know, what's that like? I don't even know. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. But think about it. He made 100 from that 50. So it really depends. There's a lot of different scenarios, and I'll take you through it on this journey. Like I said, I'm going to try and upload every day on what I'm doing. I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible. So I'm making all the books myself. You can hire creators to do it on Fiverr and Upwork. I've used them before. When I got my cookbook cover designed, I paid a guy on Fiverr for, I think it was $50. Took him 3 days and made the cover all amazing. So if you have more money, you can invest. If you don't want to do any work whatsoever, I'd say if you want to do a coloring book or a journal, you'll end up spending maybe $100, $150. If you do a high content book, which is like a fiction and a nonfiction, something that's 120 pages or more, you're looking at between $600 and $1,500 on the high end for a ghostwriter to write it for you. I have not done that. I have not had a ghostwriter write anything for me. I have talked to them before and seen the pricing and whatnot. But yeah, $600 to $1,500 is the usual for that. So if you just want to say you want to do a self-help book and you know a lot about narcissism. I know a lot about narcissism. So you message someone on Upwork or Fiverr and you say, hey, looking for ghostwriter, you find someone, say, hey, I want to do a self-help book on narcissism. These are the topics I want you to cover, blah, 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 blah. So you give him like the outline essentially, and then he takes 2 weeks usually to write it. 30,000 words usually takes about 2 weeks. And then you pay $600, $1,500 if you find a really good ghostwriter, you want like it really done well. And then you have your own book and you're an author and you can publish it on Amazon and start making money. But again, with the high content books, if you're going to go that route, you have to have money up front. You're looking at, like I said, we'll just say on average $1,000 a book. And you're not going to be making no $250,000 on one book. Most of the people I see have 30 to 100 books. So, you know, even if you think about it like this, $100,000 a year, right? Let's say you want to make $100,000 a year doing books. That seems like a big number when you look at it like, oh my God, like books and $100,000. But if you break it down, it is not at all. So let's think about this. My book that I just put out, it's selling for $14.99. The royalty is around $5. I'm just going to do this basic math. 2 sales a day. Your books, you sell 2 books a day, fucking like nothing, right? That's $10 profit, right? Times 30 days, that's $300 a month. Okay, so that's $300 a month. You put out 10 books, it doesn't take long. Like I made that book in 4 days. So you could make 10 books in probably 6, if you're really hustling, maybe 5 weeks, 8 weeks if you're just, you know, part-timing it. So you can make 10 books in 2 months. And like I said, you're making two sales a day off of one book. So now you have 10 books. So let's say you're making 20 sales a day at $5. You were making $300 a month. Now you're making $3,000 a month off of 10 books, okay? So, and this is just if you made 2 sales. 2, like nothing, right? And some books are gonna do better than others. You might have a book that's doing great and doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 sales a day. You're gonna make $100,000 so easily. But even if you didn't, even if you put out crappy books, 2 sales a day, times multiply that, put out 10 books, 20 books, you're making $3,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month for your 20 books. That's how simple it is. You really have to look at it from the snowball effect. Like one book, you're not David Goggins or a celebrity that puts out their biography and already has 10 million followers and it's just going to sell right out the gate, right? So you put out a bunch of books, maybe you're only getting 1 sale, 2 sale, 3 sale, 4 sales a day. And to you, it doesn't seem like it's like, oh, $5, $10, $20. You multiply that though, you have 10 books, 20 books, you're making really, really good money. And like I said, by the end of the year, say you put out 10 books in 2 months. And like I said, you can do a coloring book in 2 hours, 3 hours using Canva. That's what I use to do all my illustrations and design covers. Canva, you can do it in 2 to 3 hours. You can put out a full coloring book, sell it for $7.99, get $4 profit. So you could do, let's say, 3 coloring books a day you could make if you wanted to do it full time. In a month, you could have 30 coloring books. And maybe you're not getting traction right off the bat, but over time, as you get more reviews and more sales, and the more sales you get, Amazon, I keep wanting to say Instagram, Amazon is going to raise you up on that page and you're going to get more sales. So it's a snowball. By the end of the year, you know, you might have made that 100,000, but now the next year, you're going to make 300,000, 400, because you've already built up the reviews. Now you're getting 100 sales a day on each book. I just saw a self-help book from just this random girl, and it was about doing shadow work. She's making $200,000 profit a month. That's $2.4 million a year. A year. And you know how she did it? All she did, she had no followers or anything. She did pay for ads. I don't know how much she paid for ads, but she made a TikTok of her book and did a TikTok like every day religiously. And she got 6 million, 12 million views. Some of her TikToks went viral just for her book. So think about this. If you guys make a book, even a coloring book, and you put it on TikTok and you keep doing that for 30 days, Say you make 30 coloring books. Only takes 3 hours, 2 hours to make a coloring book. You put it on TikTok. Let's say 29 of those coloring books suck and don't sell, get no views. But one of those goes viral on TikTok and you get 3 million people that see that coloring book. Let's just say 5% of those people buy that coloring book. You, from that one TikTok video, just made like $30,000. It's that simple. So I'm going to end it here because I could literally talk about this for 25 hours straight. But tomorrow I'll pick up with where I'm at and what I'm doing in this very beginning and what you guys can do for free, to spend no money and to just slowly start incorporating all these lessons. And eventually, within 1 to 2 months to 3 months, you can have 10, 20, 30 books and be making passive income for the rest of your life. Even if you could make $3,000 a month and you're done. You don't have to do anything ever again for the rest of your life with Amazon, with books, and you just get $3,000 every month forever. Would that help you out? I'm sure it would. So, till next time, Neil JT, enjoy your day, guys. Stay safe. Go get a workout and feel good. Be healthy. Later.